Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sessions with Kat. It's been a minute. I funny thing is, I uploaded a video and then the audio cut out halfway through. And kudos to the person who notified me of that because I would have never known. And I appreciate that, so I took that video down. It will be re-recorded at a later date. However, um, I also feel like that video could have been better quality. I feel like I rushed it. So, yeah, I'll put that up at a later date. It is a deck review, and I actually want to give it the right attention, the right care, and provide a proper review. So, that one will be coming soon. So, for those of you wondering, yes, I took a fucking break. I needed it, I guess. I was also dealing with a lot of shit, so recording was not always easy to do, or um, mainly because like where I was living, I had loud ass neighbors, and now just trying to get the space in order and get things situated. Um, Hopefully now I can have a better place to record videos. Hopefully. I apologize if the audio in the beginning of this sounds really weird and wonky, and that's mainly because the mic was not attached to me. It was like sitting on my thing. I am moving it closer, so kind of bear with me. So hopefully the audio is better, and you might hear a fan in the background. You might also see like the ceiling fan kind of moving there. I'm not turning that shit off. I'm not apologizing either. It's hot, and I am in South Carolina where Satan's asshole is just like exploding. And like I walked outside today and the fucking grass is just burnt. Okay, it is crispy. And I'm like, shit, there's nothing left to burn other than the fucking dirt clay mix that's underneath, which is like mind boggling a little bit. So I feel like I'm gonna need to be planting some trees here soon just to kind of give some shade, right? So that my car's not burning up. The porch is not burning up. I think I'm gonna just have to put up some trees, and go from there because yeah, if like I should take a picture of it and post it somewhere because like it's it's crazy how the grass is right now. It's just fucking amazing. But anywho, I'm back. I got some updates, life updates, I guess. Well, I don't know. It all depends on what I feel like fucking sharing. Y'all know how that goes. So I'm here. Here's okay. So there is a deck before this one, but I really wanted to share this one because it's for my birth month and it's coming up. And if y'all have seen previous videos of mine, you guys know I use either Oracle or Tarot deck to set the energy for the month in my planner. And this is going to be that deck. So I'm showing them out of order. The next video will be the deck I received prior to this one, and then I'll do the actual review of uh, the other deck that I posted but then took down. So pray the audio works. As of right now, my mic is 100% charged. It's not, it's still lighting up green. Um, so just kind of bear with me. Bear with the quality of this video as well because I can't find my stand for where I put my phone camera thing. So once I find that, then it might look a little better. But just bear with the quality for right now, y'all. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I've been recording the podcast because it is easy. It's a lot easier. I don't have to like set up the camera or anything like that. I just have to make sure my mic is working. Um, so I go check out my podcast. Just fucking do it because you love me and I love you too. So just like fucking do it. Anywho, let's get into it. Y'all good? Are y'all good? Y'all been staying hydrated? Right? Are y'all eating well? You need a virtual hug? Let me know down below. Just let me know down below. Um, But I do want to get into some updates as far as myself and business goes, just so you guys aren't out of the loop and understand that I'm not really going anywhere. I just took that little hiatus to kind of get my shit together, um, if you will. Um, so I did have an event last month. It was the Hippie Fest. Most of you guys know that. Um, y'all, okay, before I get in it, look at it. I'm so excited for this. Now, I did open this because I did look at the cards. Okay, don't judge me, judge your mama. Okay, I left the cards in order. Okay, again, for those of y'all that don't like me going through the cards out of order, I left the cards in order. The book is in color. I think all their books are in color. The one I don't know if it's in color or not is the Samhain one, which is the one I don't have. Um, and I'm still on the fence if I'm going to get it or not. But as of right now, I don't have that one. Um, but let's get into this. Let's get into this. I'm going to do the zoomies in because we kind of need to so you can see the cards. Bear with me fixing the camera. There we go. So I changed some things in my shop. I don't think that's how I wanted to start this. Let me start over. I had an event last month, the Hippie Fest, where I was selling food items. Fitting, because I sold a lot of baked goods, a lot of desserts, things that I don't normally want to sell. I like to sell meals more than anything, versus just desserts, right? I like to make sure your belly's full. I like to make sure that your soul feels full after you've left. I don't want you craving for more. I want you to feel full. I hope that made sense. And it got me to thinking, and it got Spirit to talking. So Spirit's like, yeah, we're gonna change how you do that. And so they changed up some things when it comes to the food items. Will I be shipping them? No, because they'll be in glass jars, and I'm not in the mood to be shipping a fucking soup in a glass jar. If you're local, I'll fucking deliver it to you, but I'm not shipping shit across the fucking country because I don't want it. One, I don't want it to break, and two, I don't want it to lose its freshness before it gets to you. So no, I won't be shipping it. I thought about it with the desserts and like the baked goods, but it's a no for me. It's a no for me. So with that also came some other changes, and they've taken effect starting today. Okay. As of today, I will no longer be selling my um, healing blankets. And here's why. I lost touch with why I was doing them, right? I got so busy selling that I kind of lost touch with why I was doing them, if that makes sense. Like why I originally started making the blankets. And it started with me donating them to the homeless. And since I've started selling them, I haven't donated as many as I would like to the homeless. And so I'm no longer going to sell them unless somebody like you'd have to fucking beg at this point for me to make one. But I will no longer be selling the healing blankets or the healing scarves. Um, I know I live in South Carolina where it's typically warm for most of the year, and the winters are mild. So, not everybody's going to buy a healing blanket around here, but, you know, I have, and I'm going to say potential clients all over the world in different, you know, states and whatnot. Um, and the weather is different, right? Like Michigan weather is different than down here. And, you know, a lot of times I was thinking, I was like, okay, maybe they would buy them. And it's like the moment I started really selling them, my attitude towards them changed. So I took those off, right? I'm no longer selling those. I'm no longer selling the healing scarves, the witches' bells. Uh, I'm trying to think, what else did I take off? Um, oh, the protection wreaths, like the, that you hang on your door, the door of your home, and that could be apartment, condo, house, whatever. I was making those, and I, I don't know, just it wasn't hitting, so I stopped selling it. So effective today, if you go into my shop, which the link is below, um, there's a few things missing from there. If you and you probably saw them previously if you looked at my shop, but now they're gone. What I am adding though is, and I'll get to why I'm adding these things, but I'm adding some more products, but it's gonna be different this time around. And the products, as I add a product, each product will require a consultation. And let me just get into it. Here's why shit's changing. It's because I'm changing, and I don't think it's a bad change. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's anything that anybody needs to worry about. It's just that I need change. I thrive off of change, and spirits like, girl, these things aren't it, but we need you to do this. And I was on YouTube, doom scrolling through the reels and or the shorts. They're called shorts. Um, and everything that came up was everything that I've been passionate about. Okay. And a lot of times I would say this shit out loud, like especially not near my phone, because y'all know if y'all ever on Facebook and you say some shit out loud, next thing you know, you getting ads and shit for that. I don't really say it too much out loud, but Spirit knew exactly what I needed to kickstart things. So what I've been coming across is a lot of journal making, creating. And I used to create journals, and I miss doing that. I miss paper crafts. I miss creating something that somebody can fill up with their dreams, their goals, and whatnot. So a lot of that has been coming up, different washi tapes, different stickers, and so on and so forth. And it just got me excited. It got me thinking. So I'm going to be adding journals, the handmade journals back to my shop. But I also realized, like, damn, girl, a lot of the stuff you could teach. And Spirit was like, about damn time you realize that. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm a, I'm a, I'm gonna add these classes. And so there are classes out there, energy healing classes and whatnot, available. And I have those out there right now. But I also realized, like, I need to do what my soul thrives on. I need to I need to feel at home again. And that's a change that I think is necessary for anybody. I think we all need to do what we need to do what, makes our soul feel alive. And in some respects I don't feel like I'm doing that. And I'm assuming Spirit agrees with that because, of what they've been showing me, which way they've been pushing me, and um, letting me know where these roots are going to be placed and how they're going to sprout up and everything, and how to water the seeds and everything. Like, spirits let me know all of that, right? And honestly, like, I say all of that to say to you, like, do what you need to do. Don't do what the next guru is doing, right? Because I see a lot of them out here, and they're doing what's for them, and they're trying to teach people to do the same thing. And it's like, we're all not built the same. All of our souls are not the same. And for me, I can't do what other people are doing because the intention might not be pure, right? If I watch something or if I see someone doing something and I go, oh, I could do that too, right? The intention's not pure because spirit didn't place that in in me. And I know when spirit places something before me versus when it's me trying to do the shit on my own. I know the difference between the two, right? And I apologize for shaking all of this. I'm like leaning on the table here. I apologize. So I'm changing shit up so that everything's back in alignment with me and with where spirit wants me to move and to grow. And that means taking away some services. That means adding some products and or services and classes, things of that nature. So you'll see my shop kind of change a little bit if you're paying attention to it. Um, and I want you to understand that change is good. Change is good, right? And honestly, like, okay, y'all, I'm kind of slipping over my words. Let me roll back. Let me roll back. So, you guys, and this is a side quest here. It's a side story. You guys know I purchased some fish last year. It's been I had them for a whole year, and I am now down to one, and I'm devastated. Um, I woke up and one of my sassy ass fish was um, unresponsive. Okay, I about lost my fucking mind because these are my babies. They're my babies, and I was like almost beside myself. And since yesterday, because that's when she passed, I just kind of noticed all these changes that spirit wants to push me through, and spirit's like, in the midst of that, spirit was like, she's not gone, she's your spirit animal now. And then she shows up, and I was like, oh, hey, hey. And she's just like, hey, what do you need from me? And I'm like, you're not mad at me, like, for not you know helping you or whatever? And she was like, it was my time. It was my time. And it still hurts. So you're probably hearing that in my voice. It still hurts because those are my babies. I would get up and the two of them would run to the front of the tank looking for me, right? They knew when I was walking in this room. And after she passed, I cleaned the tank, put in fresh water because I didn't want, her sister to kind of stay in that water. Um, she went looking for her. And it about broke my heart because I could feel her calling out for her sister. And I'm just like, fuck. And even now, she's still calling out for her, but it's like at the same time, she's like, oh, look, there's mom. And so she'll come to the front of the tank and she'll just stare at me, right? She'll look at me and then swim around and live her best life. And with all of these changes happening, I'm like, was that one of the changes? Do I only need one fish, right? Um, I have no idea. I just know that I, I'm still devastated over it. Those are my babies, no matter how fucking sassy they are. And don't get it twisted. Oshun is the one who's still swimming, right? She's sassy as shit, right? She was the first one to give me sass, right? It's just that I miss having both of their personalities there. So I'm coping. So you probably hear that in my throat because she's kind of like right in front of me, so I can see her, and I keep looking up every time she's screaming out for her sister. So side story over. Let's get back to the cards in this. So with that being said, with that side quest, the little side story, these changes have to be made. I need the shift. I need the boost to get my soul where it needs to be, where it wants to be, and how it should be, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But a lot of people do, because it requires changes and it requires me cutting off people at the same time. Which I'm okay with. Like, people don't understand, like, if spirit tell me I have to cut somebody off, fine, I'll cut them off. They can tell me why later. I just do what I'm supposed to do, right? If I'm able to at that moment, right? So it's going to require some change. It's going to require leaving people behind and them moving at whatever pace they need to move at, right? Oh, look, it's my last name. um, it's going to require that. It's going to require me um, to kind of break some really bad, stale habits. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going through the food's journey all over again. And it really opened my eyes to see like which connections I need and which ones I don't, right? Um, and also given that we're at the devil card right now, and I can't wait to start this journey again with everything that I know now, right? And if you want to join that journey, I mean, you can shoot me an email or whatever the next time I start the journey, and we can build a new group. That's fine, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where I've been, right? Working through anxiety, working through this stage of grief, right? And coming into a space of acceptance instead of being angry, right? Because I've been angry for a long time, right? And if you're new here, just know I lost my favorite person 2 years ago, and I'm dealing with the grief of that, right? And you can go back to listen to that. It's back in January, February timing of 2022. Um, so all this to say, change is good. Change is necessary, and you can't you can't run from it. No matter how hard you try, you can't run from it. There's absolutely no point in running from it. That's like the perfect card right there. And the Leo card, hey. um, but I want you guys to know that it's it's not easy navigating change. It's not easy navigating grief, trauma, whatever. It's all change. None of it is easy to navigate, but it is doable. It is doable, and you you got to give it what you can so that your soul can be happy, so that your spirit can just be free, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to experience joy, to experience peace. And that's another thing too. And I'm glad this card came up. Spirit's like, when are you gonna get to writing? And I'm like, I mean, I'll think about it. And then Spirit had me buy a whole new journal. And I was like, I already have one. They were like, you don't have one for what we want you to do with it. So here you go. And if you know me, I've been writing poetry my entire life. And I took a break for the past 2 years. And Spirit's like, if you don't get back on it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get back on it. And I'm like, you know what? There's no time like the present. Next month I will be the big 4-0, right? And I want to have something to show for myself. And this is my personal goal, right? Is to have something to show for myself. Is have something for somebody to remember me by. And that's not to say that I haven't done great things. It's just to say I want to do more great things, right? I don't have to be, big time, on TV or nope. I just want to be remembered for the good that I've done in this world and for the lessons I've learned to do even more good. I want to be known for that. This right here is probably my favorite card in this deck. It's just something about it. It's just it's something about it. It's the energy in it. I don't know, but that's right now that's my favorite card in this deck. And that's exactly why we're going to be using it for August. This month I used the Spirit Plant, a Plant Oracle, um, which I love that deck as well. Um, but for August, it's going to be this deck. I'm excited. It's going to be this deck. But yeah, comment below. Side note: remember to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it. Um, so that you're and hit the notification bell. Okay, but comment below your thoughts on change, like personal change, personal goals. I want to know your guys' thoughts on it because you never know what you write might help somebody else, right? I want to know your comment. I want to know your thoughts. I want you to, you know, just let me know. And if you don't feel comfortable putting it in the comments, shoot me an email. Okay, I read them and I do respond. They're not going to, some assistant or whatever. It's coming to me, right? Shoot me an email. I want to know. I genuinely want to know your thoughts on change and um, goals and all of that and how you navigate them. Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. But for the most part, that's what's been going on with me. That's what's been going on with me. I have some projects, or one project particularly that has been on hiatus, but that's another thing. And I do still feel that it is coming. It's just, things kind of happened and it kind of got pushed to the back burner. But I think it's going to start moving forward here soon again. And I'm excited to see it to its full potential. I really am. I just, we all just kind of needed to get through what we needed to get through. So comment below, please, and thank you. Right? Tiger's Eye, we love it. So, and I think that's a really great card for this season that's coming. Because August is the last harvest. So if you've planted any seeds between um, spring and, well, let's just say between May and now, you should, well, May and June, you should see some harvest from it, right? So now is time for the last harvest. And then this part, and this is where Spirit was like, we got to cut some people off. We got to cut ties with certain habits and shit because it's holding you back from where we need you to be, girl. Right? So get out your weed killer, right? Your weed cutters. Dig that shit up. Get rid of it. And sometimes it's not just easy to do, See, sometimes it's easier said than done, but it is doable, right? Treat it like crabgrass, right? Like for those of you who garden or take care of lawns or anything like that, crabgrass is the hardest shit to get rid of, right? If you don't pull it properly, and you have to pull it out root and all so that it does not continue to grow, to spread. that's how our growth happens, right? We got to get to the root of something and pull that shit out and be like, yo, this don't need to be here, right? And sometimes people try to, sprinkle some seeds of doubt and shit in your garden. You gotta remember to go through, and when something try to sprout, you go on and pull that, because it's not meant for it to be there. So with that being said, remember to stay hydrated, y'all. Remember to stay hydrated. Remember to eat whole meals. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you fucking deserve it, right? Enjoy doing something that just brings you peace, that brings you happiness. And I wish you all the brightest of blessings. Bye.